Well, this week, this past week was, I think our kids came out. We played well. We had an opportunity to win it, and they really teed off because we did not win it. It was there for us to take, and the opportunity like that is not going to come often. And we want to let everybody know that if that opportunity comes again, we were definitely going to take advantage of it.
What was it like for you, just your first game as interim head coach, in terms of just the difference from being defensive coordinator?
Well, it wasn't much different because I was still a defensive coordinator, and pretty much, we had everything. All our coaches were intact, doing what they've always done. Especially we're playing without a couple of coaches, and we're doing what we do every day.
Coach, what do you tell Jonathan after he missed the kick? How was he feeling? Any words of encouragement come from him?
Jonathan's a freshman, new to the big leagues. He's the only kicker we got. We're not gonna just beat him in the ground. What we're gonna do is try to lift him up, and he had hit a 38-yard earlier, and the thing about that is that put us up, and we should have protected our lead, and we didn't.
You've been around football for a very long time. Have you ever had a running back who's running the ball called for a holding penalty before?
Never in the history of football have I ever heard that, where there's a running back called for holding and he's carrying the ball. I've never heard of that.
I'm just wondering about that.
And never seen it.
Coach, later in the game, DJ took a real big hit on the sack. With this crusade for player safety going on, did y'all check him for concussions or anything like that when he came back to the sideline?
Yeah, we did. He went through the concussion test that they give him on the sideline and everything, and he's actually going through a few more now just to make sure that he's okay and we'll be ready for this game.
You mentioned after the game that there's no point in walking off the field with your heads low. So where's the guys' confidence level at now? Is it even higher after just how close and how well you guys played this week?
I think those guys are teed off. This morning, every one of them was in the weight room, looked like working harder than they've done in the past, and that's the main thing we wanted to see. We want to make sure that they stay focused, that they know that everything, they're under the gun about a lot of things, and that people don't understand them. But the one thing that they're showing is that, hey, they want to win, and they want to win as bad as everybody wants them to win.
Coach, before Saturday, I believe the last previous 4 games or whatever, Grambling didn't have a sack, but Saturday we had 5. Do you think it was because of the mobile quarterback they had, or was it something different?
Well, I think our guys, like I said, I think they had something to prove. They came out, they were motivated, they were ready to play. They're going to be even more motivated this week, being homecoming. And they're going to come out and play. They're going to come out enthusiastic. And they're going to be a lot more physical than this past week.
I know you guys just started with the film preparation, but what are some of the challenges that you see with Mississippi Valley State?
Well, Mississippi Valley State presents the same problems that Texas Southern presented. They have a running quarterback, a guy who can move around the pocket. Actually, they have 2 that moves around the pocket and does a lot of different things that can hurt you defensively, because the one thing that gives most teams problems is that the quarterback is always unaccounted for. And so we're going to have to account for him in this game and make sure that we have him corralled just like we did number 4.
We got to find a way to get the defense off the field. They ran 75 plays to our 57. How do we do that?
We're gonna have to punch the ball in a lot quicker. We're gonna score when we can score. We're not just gonna just go throw crazy, and we're not gonna just pass the ball every down. We're gonna make sure that we do the things that they give us. We're gonna take advantage of whatever they give us, and run the football when we need to run the football, pass the ball when we need to pass the football, and we're gonna score when we need to score. That's what we're gonna do this week.
Coach, one of the big problems that Grambling's had this year is scoring after halftime. We only have 21 third quarter points this whole season. What when y'all go into halftime, the coaches, what is the mindset that y'all come into the adjustment, bring with the adjustments?
Well, what we do when we go in at halftime, defensively and offensively, we go in and we make certain adjustments on pass routes, on where we're gonna hit the hole. Defensively, we see if guys are lined up correctly. We'll put up certain formations that they had a few problems with in the beginning of the game, and we'll adjust to those. Offensively, we'll look at pretty much what type of coverages that they are in and make adjustments on our routes.
With everything surrounding the program, is there such thing as a moral victory? Do you believe in moral victories?
I don't believe in moral victories. I believe in victories, period. If we can get a victory, that's what we want. We want that now, and I think our kids are going to fight hard to get that. And, we're not going to beat our kids up because we came that close on Saturday, because we know we should have won that game. And we're going to make sure that this time they understand what we're out there for.
How emotional was the game just with everything leading up to it? I mean, did you see anything different with any of the players?
I saw that they were a little more enthusiastic. They worked hard last week. And like I said, this morning they were in there, early, and they looked like they were working harder. They were throwing iron around like it was nothing this morning, and got in there and got their business taken care of and got out of there.
There are some things you can and cannot do anything about, but looking at it, this is your entire staff standing back there with you. That presents some challenges in itself.
Well, what we want to do as a staff, we want everybody to know that we're unified, and just like our football team is, and that that they're, when you have a chain, it's hard to break it when you have a big chain. And right now we're in a position where a lot of people think that there's dissension in here and there, but we want to come forth and show everybody that we're a unified staff, just like our team is, and we want to just keep working. That's what we're doing.
How did Saturday help in unifying everyone?
I think it was great. We were unified before we went out there, and so there was no dissension, no anything within the players, within the coaches, nothing.
Coach, with homecoming coming up, I'm sure there's some people that are still skeptical about coming to the game. If you was to give one reason on why somebody should come to the game, what would it be?
Well, I think you should come to the game for one reason, because it's homecoming. This is your university. You went here. You graduated from here. You should come here to represent. If you don't want to represent, then you stay home. It's that simple.
In terms of just homecoming, what would it mean for you guys to be able to pull us off to get a win with a lot of the alumni coming from Dallas, wherever they're coming from, to come see you guys?
Well, we want to win this game, not just because it's homecoming. We want to win. We want to win the football game. There's no better time to win it than on homecoming, in front of your home alumni, the alumni in California, Georgia, Dallas area. We want to win the football game for everybody and ourselves, and we want to represent Grambling State University the best we can.
Do you expect it to be just a hungry game on both sides, since obviously they don't have the type of record they probably want as well?
Well, I think they'll be hungry. They're going to come in. They're going to see we fought to the end, and they're going to come in. They're not going to just come in and lay down. We understand that. It's a football game. And it's a college football game. Both teams have good athletes on both sides. We think it's going to come down to who wants it the most.
Is winning a process? I know obviously you have to execute and have the things go the way you want to have it happen, but in terms of learning how to win, is that a process?
Not learning how to win. I think you know, what you do, you have your athletes. Those are the athletes that you recruited. Those are the athletes that you know, that you're going to put your money on. Those are the athletes that you wanted. You know, so a process of winning comes with hard work, dedication, discipline, and you know, eventually you're going to win.
From the looks of things Saturday, it looks like everybody that's on your squad, you're gonna include them in playing and being a part of this winning tradition that you're trying to start. I mean, more guys seem to have participated Saturday than before.
Yeah, we play a lot of people. You know, that's what football is all about. You know, you don't recruit guys to come to sit on the bench. You recruit guys to come to play, and we recruit guys that some place on that football field they fit. And we're going to put them out there where we think they fit. But they're going to help us in some way. And they're on scholarship. They didn't come here to eat, you know.
Piggybacking off Larry a little bit, I mean, obviously the unification shows, but how tough is it, your Division I program, running it right now with such a depleted staff?
Well, you know what? You do what you have to do. And I've been in situations in the past where, you know, there was a depleted staff. But you know what? Those men worked, and we continued to win. And even without, you know, it's just a matter of getting that one win in for us, and then you'll see a difference then.
How do you think the defense has progressed throughout the year? I know struggled early with some yardage and points, and now still giving up some yards, but overall the point totals have been kind of lower the past couple weeks.
Well, our defense has played well, I think, all year. You know, it's just that if you look at most scores now in college football and even in the pros, defenses are still giving up, 40, 50 points. And, you know, I'm looking at a score Saturday, you know, what his name was down, South Carolina was down 17 points and came back and won the game on Missouri. So, you know, it's not a matter of you know, it's a matter of the way the offenses have evolved, and they have a lot more things that they can do now than defenses do now.
So like, it's holding a team in the 20s, is that like the new 10? Like, obviously shutout's the best thing, but in the teens, that was usually a good thing. Now, is it that in the 20s now?
Well, our goal is if we can hold the team 17 points or less, that's our goal. And that's most teams' goals, hold teams to 17 points or less. It's very difficult with the way things are with the spread offenses, you know, the wide open offenses, the ability to hold offensively. You know, a lot of things going. This is a offensive. Football has evolved into an offensive game. You know, where you used to see 6-6 games. People don't want to see them kind of games anymore. They want to see you throw that ball out there, catch, run, score touchdowns. You know, that put people in the stands. And you just, as a defensive coach, you have to try to go out there and see how you can stop this.
Coach, with you being the coordinator coming in this season, do you think it'll take the players some time to kind of get used to the scheme? Maybe getting that a lot of people.
Well, whenever you come in new with a new group of guys, it's going to take at least a year, because now they'll understand the whole concept of what you're trying to put in defensively and know where they fit. You know, when you come in, you put in things, you're not going to get instant gratification because of the fact that you got great players. Some great players that take a little longer to adjust, and they have problems with defenses a lot. You know, it's the same with offenses. You know, you look for this guy to do this, and he turns out not to be that. Then everybody get down on it. But next year, once he goes through a spring, you got him for another spring. That's when you turn things around.
Mississippi Valley State has a few turnovers last week, so is that something you can scheme for to try to get them to turn the ball over again as a coaching staff?
Well, we want most teams, we want to create turnovers. We want to create so many turnovers, and that's a part of our goals too, to create certain turnovers a game, and to get certain sacks a game, and interception, fumbles, whatever turnovers you can get. That's what we that's our goals.
Like I said earlier, Grambling had 5 sacks this game. Do you believe that the sacks were a correlation with the intercept, just the overall pressure was a correlation with the 2 interceptions we had Saturday night?
Well, we had one sack, which I told one of my coaches, I said, hey, I don't want him hurt. It's our safety. He's a very, very, very physical guy. He throws his body around. Talking about Nick Peoples, he's a guy who does a lot of things on the football field. He's very active, and we defensively want to do a lot of things, but we don't want him to have to sack the quarterback. We want those 4 guys up front to be sacking the quarterback.